So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
Here's a carry for former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Richmond.
From the 50, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tiger. Single receiver. Richmond. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now a first down throw. Watson. The quick slant caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Down. Green the line. Two jet.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Fire down. Get set.
They go play action here on first down. Complete out right to Jake Butt. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw is Bridgewater. Being chased out left. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And McManus able to put it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And now out comes Houston. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come back. Hey, 4 down.
On second down, here's Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Strong left. Watch the safety creep.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Get set, get set. Get wide now. Man left, man left. 4 down.
Bridgewater on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Bridgewater steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And here comes the Texans now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come back! Come back, come back! Right here, guys. Fight 51. I'm coming! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
Watson just beating the play clock. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
4 down. 2 jet! 2 jet!
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
4 down. Even.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Key 26. Key 26. Richmond. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, Bridgewater. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Here we go, 5 down, 5 down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. It's Sutton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Marquette King now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Come back, come back.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Come back, come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
3 down, 3 down. 2 jet, 2 jet.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This will be taken at the 10. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
20. Get wide now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Get set, get set.
Booker on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sutton. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Go Delta. Watch the twist.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 3rd and short. It's Booker. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it. This is Booker. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
Delta.
From the gun, Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Here we go, gotta go. Hey, guys, check me out.
They'll hand off to Booker. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Delta. Hey, we got 3 down. Go Delta.
On third down, Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Here we go, gotta go. That's it. Big hit. Mike. Go Delta. Check 55, Mike. Here we go.
First down, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go Delta.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Booker, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Devontae Booker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Here's Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 at a Texans 1st down.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Foreman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Watch tight end. Come back. Hey. We got 3 down. Motion.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Come back. Mike 51. Reset. Here we go. Check 37. Tiger. Motion.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Tiger. 51's the Mike. Watch the slant. Come back. Hey, Mike 51. Come back.
Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Get set, get set.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
41 Mike, right here. 41.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Hatch it.
Here we go. 5 down, 5 down.
Show an 8.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice
absolutely.
in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Tiger, down. Move 80.
One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as